Welcome back, and let's go ahead and take a live look at that local satellite and radar. Still looking at the cloud cover building in. We're starting to see it descend farther and farther south in towards areas around northeast Missouri, and we're still waiting on that initiation, that development of all those showers that are going to be pushing in towards the area later on throughout the morning hours. We could see a few drizzles already, but overall we are waiting to see that extra moisture being flushed in from the Gulf of Mexico. We have those southerly winds helping with that. Unfortunately, it's not going to last much longer with those warm temperatures, as we're going to be looking at Old Man Winter really starting to push its way into the area as we head in towards really tomorrow. So taking a look at temperatures right now, we've seen Macon down towards 40 degrees right now, Kirksville at 37, Albia 35, Ottumwa up a degree to 34. Fairfield still holding on to 33 degrees at this hour. So a bit of a chillier start across the border into southeast Iowa. Overall, though, we will see above average temperatures, but it is going to stay slightly cooler across the border. As for those wind chill values, in towards the upper 20s in areas like Albia, Ottumwa, Fairfield, Bloomfield, in towards the lower 30s across a good majority of the rest of the region. Taking a look at our future track here, we do see the temperatures starting to rise in towards the lower 40s as we head in towards the mid-morning hours, and we do still see a few pockets of moisture picking up earlier in the morning. And as we get in towards those late morning, early afternoon hours, we can start to focus in on the snow as well as winter-like precip in the form of some freezing drizzle and freezing rain. So that's going to be making an impact on the area for those of you living in southeast Iowa as you're headed home from work later. So you're going to want to give yourself some extra time as you're getting out from the office and heading home for your evening, because we are going to see that descending down into the area. And while we still see this as general rain right here in the green, temperatures are cold enough at this point down towards the surface to start to see it freezing, start to see it turning in towards some general freezing rain for the area. We do even see cooler temperatures at the upper portions of the atmosphere, so it's already going to be cold enough for that to fall like freezing rain, and we're just needing the surface temperatures to get cold enough as well. And by 7 p.m. they are cold enough across regions of southeast Iowa. As we get in towards early Friday morning, we'll see more of the snow starting to slide off in towards the area. Overall, though, not going to be too concerned with accumulation amounts, really looking at maybe a few hundredths of an inch up towards about a tenth of an inch or so at most. And then we gear up for the cold weather that is pushing in towards the area. We are looking at a major different pattern heading into the area starting tomorrow, with temperatures only rising in towards the mid and upper 30s compared to the last few days in towards the mid and lower 40s. And unfortunately, we're going to see a trend of just continuously decreasing temperatures as we go in towards the weekend. So taking a look at our general rainfall amounts as we're heading through today into tomorrow, we're going to be dealing with maybe about a quarter of an inch at most at some very localized areas. Overall, about a tenth or so and less is what we're going to be expecting for the area. And now in terms of some snowfall amounts, we'll be looking at that really making an impact mainly across southeast Iowa, Albia, Ottumwa. You're going to be looking at those amounts impacting your area, just about a tenth in Albia compared to 300ths in Bloomfield, as well as Fairfield at 200ths. Ottumwa, you can expect that same type of scenario, just a few hundredths of an inch. As for what to expect as we're waking up on Christmas morning, right now, we're looking at a model of our 6 a.m. temperatures on Monday, and we are in between this upper teens and lower 20s. Looking at Omaha and St. Louis, very, very similar to what they're at, between 21 and 22 degrees. Slightly cooler if you're living off towards the northeast. As you can see, we have some deeper cold air patterns pushing in towards the upper portions of the Midwest, especially the Great Lakes and areas like Minnesota. As for your extended forecast, watch those temperatures plummet as we head in towards Christmas, and then farther, we're going to be looking at a major snowstorm possibly making its way into the area by Wednesday. Now stick with us. Tech Bites is coming up next.